Yes, so good evening, everyone. Like I said, my name is Temitope Akinyemi, and we have on Ice Moments today Dr. Diran Onifade. He's a medical doctor, and he has nothing less than 13 years of experience in the field. But he has a very rich. He's a medical doctor with a very rich portfolio. I don't know what to call it. I mean, he's not just stuck in just practicing medicine, but he has a very interesting. I don't even know what to use to describe it. You know, when I heard a few things about her, I was like, this is a doctor with a difference. He's an avid learner. He loves to learn. He loves to grow and he loves to, impact people. And he's obvious that he loves, he's about the big picture. He's not just thinking about the now. He wants to be able to build something for a future and a life of his dreams. I hope I'm correct, Dr. Friday. Yeah. So we have
Yes,
a
you are. Yes, you are.
all right,
Thank
great.
you.
Okay. So we have a lorry load of questions for you, but we'll ask as many as we can. The ones that require brief answers, we just take those brief answers. The ones that we need you to expatiate a bit, would request for that. Okay, so for the sakes of those who don't know you, even in the Green Mondays, some people don't know you, right? Or for a lot of people don't know you, even in the Green Mondays, because we have more people joining us every day. So I would like you to please introduce yourself very briefly. What happened? The host would like you to unmute. Okay, I hope you can hear me now.
Can you hear me? I lost you for a moment.
Yes, I discovered
Yes,
that.
I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yes. Can you please introduce yourself
Yes, I can hear you
briefly?
now.
Yeah, can you please introduce yourself briefly? What do you do and for how long have you been doing what you do?
Okay, good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we
Can
can.
you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Dr. Diran Onifade. A lot of people in Green Monday call me Dr. Fire. I've tried to stop it, but they don't want to stop. So I just go ahead with the name. So yeah, I'm a medical doctor. I work with Lagos State Health Service Commission. I've been practicing for the past 13 years.
Okay. Fantastic.
I've worked in various general hospitals from Igondo to Badagry to Ireland to so many other places. I've been involved in development of hospitals, setting up of hospitals, setting up of diagnosis center, and quite a lot. I'm involved in the COVID-19 management. I'm part of the COVID-19 team in my hospital. And yeah, I've been quite involved in the medical part of things. But like MI said, I'm someone that I love knowledge. I would just want to learn. I just don't want to be caged into is a doctor, is a doctor. I just want to explore. I just want to learn. I want to create a niche for myself. So I used to refer to myself as the holistic person. So what does holistic mean? Holistic means I just don't treat you. You should be treated physically, emotionally, psychologically, and pocket-wise.
Mm.
The doctors of before give you medication for you to be fine. The doctors of now treat you holistically. So for you to treat someone financially as a doctor, you have to grow financially yourself. You have to learn the business part of life because
Mm.
everything is about medicine. It's about marketing. It's about business. Even medicine is business.
Yeah.
If I open an hospital today, I want people to patronize me and I must learn the marketing part of that business. So
Mm.
I'm someone that is so deep into various things, health technology, marketing of business. And believe me, I've seen quite a lot in this, my short 13 years of practice.
Mm.
To some people it's short, to some people it's not, but I've seen
Mm.
quite a lot. So meet me, this is Dr. Diran Onifade, aka Dr. Fire.
Correct.
Thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much. I like that. I like that summary. Short, sharp, and sweet. Thank you. So now, of course, you are in the
Thank
Green
you.
Mondays. When did you come on board the Green Mondays, and how did you hear about it? When was that? How did you hear about the Green Mondays?
Are you sure you want to hear that story?
Make it
It's
and sharp.
a very
Yes,
funny story.
yes, I like
Okay. To be candid with you, I'm an assassin of network marketing.
it.
I assassin it and I try to kill that character anytime I hear of it. I don't like network marketing way back. So I've seen quite a lot of time people have approached me about this kind of business, and trust me, I will kill it instantly. I don't want to hear about it.
Mm.
So that's what happened when you act on hindsight. And what is hindsight? Hindsight is when you act on things you've heard people say to you, your neighbors, your sisters, your brothers. They've done this before, even if you have not done it yourself, but you are just entangled in that cycle of what you have heard. So you act on insight. So I'm in that space. I was in that space. So why did I now join Green Monday? Dr. Fumi, I now come to the picture.
Okay.
So I met Dr. Fumi, I know, in one of my days in emergency. I was in
Okay.
emergency and she brought a patient. The patient had an accident. So I was one of the doctors on duty that day, and I attended to the patient. We exchanged numbers. As a sharp network marketer, she took my number.
Correct.
So we exchanged numbers and all that. So then she just buzzed me like, okay, there's this in the admin. Do I want to take a look and blah blah? And I think that's end to end. It's not even about the product.
Mm.
It was end to end. So she spoke to me about it and all that. And being a professional in the business that she is, she didn't tell me to come and do network marketing. She just told me about end to end, and I love the idea and I listened to it. And because of my zeal for learning, she showed me something that got me curious. What is actually happening in this space? Can I learn more? Can I know more? And I start learning, and I got to know that I have been so wrong. I need a paradigm shift. I have been so wrong. And that's how I joined the business. After I was able to learn, I did the fact myself. I now don't act on hindsight alone, and I'm able to apply my own foresight. So foresight brought me to this business.
Fantastic. I like that. So a colleague in the field, a senior colleague in the medical field,
Yes,
professionally,
a very senior colleague.
a very senior colleague, yeah.
A
She's
very senior colleague.
close to 40 years, post-graduation. So she's a very senior colleague.
Yeah.
It's interesting because,
Yeah.
and that's one of the reasons why I like the Green Mondays. It's a potpourri of opportunities. Within the Green Mondays, there are businesses inside the business. So, sometimes, when it has to do with meeting people, you size the person up and check, okay, how do I broach this? What is the likely part of this business that is likely to interest somebody? I like that. Dr. I know, kudos to you, man. Well done, man. So it's interesting how you got to know about
Thank you.
it's interesting how you got to know about the business and how it unfolded, and now you're doing much more than venture in. Fantastic. Okay, but let me take you back a bit, Dr. Onifade. I'm privy to the fact that you've done a few businesses before now, right? You've tried, as somebody who is, I won't say restless, but someone who just would not just stay and say, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. I know you've tried your hands in a few businesses before. Can you please mention maybe one or two of them and, tell us a bit about what went down and uh, how that has possibly influenced your decision to take a second look at the Green Mondays business side, the business side of Green Mondays. I hope my question is clear.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Emma. That's a very good question. It's something that when I remember, even me, I'm happy. Yes, I've done quite a lot of business, and I will mention a few, and I'll focus on two.
Okay.
The very first one I did was, it has to do with soccer betting.
Wow.
That was the very first one I did when I left medical school. So as at that time, Akin Alabi, everybody knows Akin Alabi. Akin Alabi I think he's one of the House of Assembly people now. He was doing Naira bets, and we met when I went for a program in Cool FM, I think.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can Dan Kofi, please? Can you please stop sharing? Can you stop sharing your screen, sir? Mr. Dan Kofi Amor. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Okay.
The
So I met Akin Alabi in one of those My Cool FM program, and he spoke to us about how sport betting is just a new thing in Nigeria, is what nobody knew, and he started his own Naira bet. So we started as we called us stakers then. For those that have been in that space before would have heard of stakers then. So we're four, myself, one of my friend that is a top shot in the bank, one other guy that's an IT, and one HR guy. So we started Naira Bet, we started Base Nigeria, and we're being mentored by Akin Alabi then. So we started, it was going well, and then nobody actually knows so much about sport betting in Nigeria. So we're doing good until something happened. I remember then we have to do everything. When we want to pay someone we have to go to the bank, credit the person, do deduction, do management, do the director, do the CEO. We are just doing everything, and we still have our 8 to 5 job, of course, and all that. So that was one of my first shots into business. Then after then, I think a year or two after then, because I was in one of the general hospital. I got there and they have MTN donated a diagnostic center for them, and they don't have anybody to handle it. So during my NYC, I was very cool in the diagnostic part. I worked with one of the consultants then that was managing the center for the person. So I was very vast in doing so many radiological investigations apart from my doctor job. So when I got to that general hospital, I opened that diagnostic department for them. So I become the head of department of the radiology department. So that experience now made me start my own diagnostic center, and it became an household name. I have about like 15 people working for me then. So we are doing a lot of investigations, we do consultations and all that. But what happened is when it's a one-man business, you'll be everything. You'll be the CEO, you'll be the person that will perform some of the investigation, you'll be someone that will manage, you have to sit on the cleaner, you have to do everything. So I was the face of the business. And if people don't see me, they don't want to come. Is Dr. Onifade around? If he's not around, they will not come. So I have to stay there morning to night. And don't forget, I still have to work as my general hospital work. So I have to do that 8 to 4. So 8 to 4, if they don't see me, they will not do anything. All of them will queue for me till 4. So when I close from 4, I'll probably stay there till later, all through the night. I'm there. It was crazy. I was making money. It was good. It was beautiful. But I was overwhelmed. I was doing everything. So that's by the side. Then I made some money there. Then I went into farming. Then farming was one of the things. Then I think the president then was Obasanjo or something. I can't remember. So they want all of us to do farming and all that. So I acquired some hectares of land in Ikorodu. I started my plantain farm. I was one of the highest supplier of plantain in my 12 markets. So it was booming until, you can't trust people. They will steal from you. The villagers, the ballet, all of them, even after you talk to them, once you go, they will collide with your staff, steal your money, steal your plantain. And you just have to be everything as a sole business person. You just have to be everywhere. So those are like the few business I've done. There are many more. I've done knowledge, I've done. So don't let me just say too much. So that's the space I've been.
Okay. So against the background of some of these businesses that you have done, what made you decide to go ahead with pre-modeling as a business, as a side business, in combination with your job?
Okay. There are two things.
Okay.
And those two things are very key. I always heard about referral business. I've attended some seminars in the past, and I really did not pay attention, because when you don't want to learn about something, your mind is short to it. You don't want to listen. So I was at that point. I was in a point in my life that, okay, what is actually going on in this space? Let me see what is going on. So I found out that in this business, you don't have to be the CEO, be the manager, be the face. If you are opening up a branch in Ikeja, you are in Ikeja. If you are opening up a branch in US, you are in US. If you are opening up, so you don't have to be everywhere. All you just need to do is teach people what you know and let them establish a branch of their own. And whatever they do, you can earn from it. When I was in diagnosis business, for example, there are competitors all around me. And once the competition starts, all of us start bringing price down, start doing price war. But I saw that with Green Monday opportunity, there is not going to be a competition. We are partners. Open your branch. I'm the one that introduced you to this business. Start it. I remember in my diagnosis business, I taught a lot of people how to do ultrasound, do quite a lot of things. Next thing, they will open a center beside me. They become a competitor. But in a business with Green Monday, if I teach you, you open it. Because when you do well, I'm happy. Unlike this other business, when you are doing well and I'm not seeing patients, I'm sad. I'm like, you are taking my patient away, you are taking my money away. So that stood out for me. That for me is Eureka.
Wow.
So that is one of the first reasons why I joined. Then the second reason is opportunity to learn management. The things I've learned in Monday is unbelievable. The human development part of the business.
Wow. Seems his internet has, I'm sure he will join us very shortly. How many people are, if you are still following? I know he's going to connect back. You know, you just type in the comment section the last thing that he said that, you know, that you benefited from. One thing that he said that just struck you, please type it in the comment section as we wait for him to join us. I'm sure he'll do that again in the next less than a minute. Okay, if you're still following, the last thing that struck you from what he said, please type it in the comment section as we wait for him to join us. Okay, I saw that his internet was shaking a bit. I'm sure he's going to join us back. You don't have to be the all in all. Fantastic. I mean, that is something, you know, and there's one word that we call that in this industry. It is called leverage. It is called leverage. Leverage, leverage, leverage. You don't have to be the one to calculate what you're going to earn. You don't have to do many of those things that you would normally do in your business. You just have your site is already set up for you. Your business is already set. All you need to do is share the opportunity with people and you get paid. Whenever they buy, you get paid. Whenever those people refer other people, you get paid. You just get paid. No competition. I love that. No competition. Okay. We're all partners in progress. In the world, it is dog eat dogs out there. But in this industry, it is a very fair model. It's a very fair model, you know, one in which you can, yes, somebody says win-win, leverage, fantastic. I think Dr. Onifade is back with us. I think he's back with us. So I'll just look out for him. Dr. Onifade, are you back there? Okay,
yes,
fantastic. You know, sometimes we don't know the value of what we have. And you know, that's one of the reasons why I love ICE moments. You have an opportunity to reflect through somebody else's eyes to see and value exactly what we have here in an opportunity like this. Okay, I was just getting people to reiterate some of the things that you have said. So we are back to you now. Fantastic. Yeah. So back to you, please. You were talking about personal development as one of the things that you've benefited, the things you've learned. Go ahead, Dr. Onifade.
Yes, so the personal development part of it is to me is everything, because before now there are so many things I cannot do. You can't see me. Yes, I attend the patient one-on-one and all that, but I'm not that guy that will want to go on TV. I'm not that guy that wants to address the crowd. Yeah. I'm not that guy that will want to take lead and all that. I won't do all those things. Take your medication and go. I'm fine.
But
now these are things.
Yeah.
Now, so these are things I do effortlessly. They have become second nature. In fact, I'm always itching to go, talk to people, be out there. It has become second nature. So it's and all that is because of Green Monday. So it's something I appreciate so much.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so we've looked at the platform a little bit. Let's Let's put the searchlight on you as a medical doctor and on the product, okay, on the reader range of products. You are a medical doctor, right? So of course that means by default, no herbal medicine, alternative medicine is not your default. You are not taught, you are not encouraged to go in that direction. But personally, I mean, looking over the past couple of months or few years, 1 year plus, what would you say, as a medical doctor, is your perspective about herbal medicine? What is your perspective now about herbal medicine? Maybe if you have a bit of time, you can just mention maybe what your perspective was and what it is now. But we'd like to know what your perspective is today about herbal medicine, especially the reader range of products. We'd like to know that.
Okay, I'm going to answer this question with a question.
Yeah.
As it's Nigeria, okay? So, and this question is not to you, it's to everybody on the call today.
Yeah.
Before now, what is the perspective of the world to herbal medicine pre-COVID-19?
Mm.
Now in COVID-19, what is the perspective of the world?
Mm.
We are seeing World Bank, international organization sponsoring people to do research on the product they have and help us with COVID-19 pandemic. See that we don't have the orthodox medicine anymore? Yes, we do. But nobody is happy with COVID-19. But there's a vital lesson we have learned from this pandemic. A lot of African countries are sitting on things that they are not taking advantage of. Can these things be modified? Can they be researched better? Of course they can. But because we are not aggressive enough, we don't believe enough, we don't value enough, we lost those things. And now COVID-19 has taught us it's time to go back home, to look into what we have in the home and find a way to advance it. China is an example. We see what China have done with artemisinin, Kingoshu, and all that. Why can't we do the same thing? So it's not just me. A lot of doctors now know that although we cannot prove these things, but they work. Do they have some side effects that we don't know? Yes, a lot of them have those side effects that we don't know. But can we investigate and do research about them to know where things can go wrong? Yes. That's where Green Monday comes in. With a company that have done that number of research, clinical, preclinical research, toxicity testing, and all that. The game has changed, and it has changed forever. So many people are adopting this kind of products more and more and more. If, I know the word if, you can show your research that have been done. I'm one of those people, and I'm in.
So your perspective about herbal is that it has come to stay mainstream once your research is done, and and you can prove scientifically, herbal medicine is good. It has value to add, as well as the orthodox medicine as well. Have I stated you correctly?
No more a point for us to say it doesn't work anymore. The only argument doctors have about it now is that what research have you done? So we have left that space that do they work? It's no more a discussion. That is no more the space. The space now is that what have you done about toxicity? What have you done about the likely side effects? What have you done about drug-drug interaction? That is the space right now. It is no more that do they work? We've left that space long. We've left that space.
Okay, I like that. I like that. So I'll go quickly to the next question. Personally, as a practicing medical doctor, how would you say the reader range of products have affected your profession and your practice? How have they affected your practice, your profession so far?
Okay, I'm a good learner, so I always like to tell stories.
Okay, nice.
So I'll just tell a story for everybody to know how it has affected my practice.
Okay, I like that.
There's this patient that has BPH. BPH is benign prostatic hypertrophy of the bladder. So
Okay.
what that means is like it's the bladder keep getting bigger, and at times it might move to the space of some people having prostate cancer with it and all that. So last year, shortly before COVID, there's this patient we have done so much for to manage the BPH and all that. We have done so much. There are a lot of medication we gave, tamsuline and all that. We've done so many things and all. So the guy keep coming to change catheter all the time.
Mm.
You change the catheter, you change the catheter, you change the catheter, and everybody knows the man is always coming around. We got tired. Everything is not just working. So I just told the daughter, I think I spoke with the daughter, yeah, that there's something I am doing because I always want you to know where my interest is. Know that my interest is there. I'm part of it. So I might be biased, but just know that I've told you that it's something that I'm doing. So ethically, I've told you. It's not like I'm trying to mislead you. So I let them know that there's something I'm part of.
Mm.
I've tried it on a couple of people and we have gotten some results.
Okay.
But on this BPH, I don't have 100% assurance and nothing is 100%.
Mm.
A lot of you will take malaria drugs and you won't get better.
Mm.
Nothing is 100%.
Mm.
So I said, try it and let's see how you can do. So I introduced the person to, I think it was the bitters and the cleanser. Yes, it was the bitters and the cleanser. And lo and behold, this person started getting better, no more urgency. Urgency is the feeling that you are not able to hold the urine. You have to run to the toilet and ease yourself. He wasn't feeling all those things anymore. He was able to hold the urine. Everything just got better and all. The man was so happy. The family was so happy. From these people, I've had more than 25 other patients coming from them to use
Wow.
that same product.
Wow.
So
Wow.
the question of how has it affected my practice,
You have
I
answered.
leave it for everybody to answer. Has it not?
Please, if you are still listening to Dr. Onifade, please put your comments on how
So
it has affected. What do you think about what he just said? Okay, Dr. Aino says, wow. Even I join you. Wow. Fantastic. Okay, I like that. I mean, that's really amazing. I mean, that's really, 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 really amazing. Expansion, no, correct. Yeah, and I know that, of
those
course.
are
Yeah.
the things we have not talked about the BAM, I've not talked about other products, I've not talked about Restore. That's just one example.
Okay,
That's just
just since we're talking about that, let's take maybe two other testimonies from you. Just pick two other testimonies from the use of any other product, so that people here, our guests, can also get this information and see how arrange.
okay. I have one from just 2 days ago.
Yeah.
From an ungrateful patient. And I'm going to say it, patient is ungrateful. So I put this patient on, they have been having infertility issue for a while. One of the sister happened to be a member of Remonday that I brought in.
Yeah.
So she tried, and she's one of those members that will not just talk about the products. She's just join and buy and use for herself.
Okay.
So she gave the younger brother Restore and bitters for infertility.
Okay.
And I didn't hear from her since then, over 1 year,
Wow.
until 2 days ago. This is just a very recent one. And he now say, doctor, can you remember this, my brother? I say, I've not met him before. That Restore that you gave me, the wife has given birth to after like 3 years of
Wow.
waiting. We didn't do
Wow.
anything. And he never told me until 2 days ago.
Hmm. Hmm.
This is
Wow.
why I said, that's why I said an ungrateful patient.
But now, you you know that sometimes it's when people are enjoying, they will keep quiet. That's why they say I don't know, maybe in this part of the world, they say when they are not, you are not hearing complaint from anybody. On they are eating. They don't want to talk. That means things are good. Right? That means things are good. When things are the other way around, that's when their voice will be loud. So I mean, I'm just grateful. I'm thankful. You just think that they're not grateful.
Yeah.
They're very grateful. They just didn't express it to you. Oh my goodness.
Babi, this is someone who said, Doctor, no be explain.
Okay, let's take one more product testimony before we take 2 or 3 other questions. Time is running out. Let's take just one more.
Okay, let's talk about the BAM. This BAM is very close to the house. This is my wife.
All right.
This one is very close now. So I
Mm.
think shortly before COVID-19 started, my wife traveled to Dubai. Yes, she went to Dubai, yeah, shortly before. In fact, they almost locked her in Dubai without her not able to come to Nigeria.
Wow.
So she was lucky to come in before they locked everybody out.
Okay.
She just called me when they got to Dubai, and they went it's from the company, and they went to so many places, up and down, climbing, they do this tour, do that tour, and they started having this very bad backache and all that. So, of course, she had the balm, she took the balm with her, the reader balm and all. So, when she just applied the balm to this lumbosacral pain, lumbosacral means the back pain and all that. No, the balm is not carbo, it is instant. That's one thing I like about that balm. The balm is always instant. You put it now, you see the result now. There's no let me observe for 1 week. No, it doesn't happen with the balm. Put it now, you see the result. She put it and the pain just went so fast.
Wow.
And she now start telling all her colleagues, you use the balm, and the balm is a hit, back to back, as in fact, in our office, the balm is part of their first aid box. In the box, they always have the balm.
Fantastic.
In their first aid box, in our office, up till tomorrow.
Amazing. Somebody said the balm is Kushemani. Correct. That means it's a must-have. I've met many people in the Green Mondays who said, many women, they said they have one balm in each handbag. They cannot shout. one balm in each handbag.
Balm is something.
Handbag, I know that there is balm inside.
Balm is something else. The balm is something else.
Amazing. Because of time, I mean, I wish I could take many testimonies, but we just stop at this one. Now, of course, we spoke about Green Mondays. We've spoken a bit about the product. I'd like to take you a little back again into Green Mondays. Okay. What's your rank currently in Green Mondays, and what means have you used to grow your business till now? How do you grow? Because we know that people can buy the products from you, but in terms of having people join your team, trying to build a team and all of that, what's your rank, and what ways or channels have you used till now to grow or to promote your business?
Okay, I'm a crouching 3-star manager. I use the word crouching because I expect to have a 4-star by now. So I'm still crouching. So I'm a 3-star manager now. So I'm still trying to find my bearing to get to 4-star.
Fantastic.
So and like my mentor always say, and that's Mr. Dulu Akiemi, and there's something he always say, and I always remember, it's not about the business per se, it's about you. Yeah. How you have been able to apply your personality to grow the business.
Yeah, deep. Deep.
Deep, how you have been able to use your personality to grow the business.
So that means you need to invest in your own person for you to be able to.
It's you. It's you. So it's not because you have joined Green Monday, you now just want to drastically change who you are. There's something about you that some people have loved in the past years before you joined Green Monday. I know that about me. I know the part of me that appeal to people.
Yeah.
So what I've been able to do is inculcate that part of my personality into that business and grow it accordingly. I can use different medium to do that. Yeah. The media, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, one-on-one, home meeting, different media. But it's all centered into who are you. It is all about you. Because at the end of the day, people are not joining Green Monday. They are joining you because they trust you, because they respect you, because they want to work with you. So when you know that, you've known freedom about the business. It is you, it is you. Everybody have the same company. Everybody have the same compensation plan. The only variability is you. It's now left for how you are ready to apply. There are going to be challenges along the line, of course. Challenges will come. What you have learned about leadership skill, management skills, endurance, and how ready you want to grow using you to grow that same business. It is always you and no one else.
I like that. I like that. I like that. And I like that answer that you gave, Dr. Ifade, because anytime I face a challenge in my business, I will not take my hand and point it at somebody else. I will look inwards. From what you have told us now, I will look inwards and ask, what can I do better, right? I will look at it and say, how can I make my business better? How can I grow better? That's what you're saying, right? Yeah. So, that also lets us know if it is to be, it is up to me. I like that. So if I hear your business is not going like you planned, I think there's an opportunity for you to self-reflect and ask, what can I do better? And if you're not able to see what you can do better, it's an opportunity to meet with your upline. It's an opportunity for you to meet with your upline and get support. One of the things I love really about the Green Mondays platform is the support you get from the organization as well as the team leader. Okay, they can help you navigate, help you evaluate, okay, where are you and what can you begin to do to get to where you are going. This is amazing. We're rounding up gradually because of time. We don't want this to exceed 7 o'clock. I know somebody have a question. I think we can take a question from somebody in the room. But I'll just ask. I think I just have 2 more questions to go because of time. Now, I know that you are doing many things. I know that you have your hands in a couple of things. But I would like to ask you this question. Personally, where do you see yourself as regards to your Green Mondays business, as regards to the reader range of products and you as a channel? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, for example, as regards the Green Mondays business, the reader range of products, and your desired level of growth as regards the opportunity? God keeping us all. I hope you heard me. Hello? Hello.
Okay. Can you hear me? I think the network is fluctuating. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, so in the next 5 years, where do I see myself? Yes, 5 years is a long time, and it's short too.
Yeah.
When we look at where we are coming from business, it is long and it is short. In the next 5 years, I see myself to have been at the top part of this business,
Black diamond,
which is the black diamond. Yes. Does that mean everything is smooth for me at this point? No. It doesn't mean everything is smooth for me at this point. Presently, I would say my Green Monday business is in reformation, and I know that space. I'm in that space. Okay. So when you have a problem and you admit you have a problem, half of that problem is solved. And that is what people need to know. At times, you need to just sit back, have an overview. How do I get better? Where do I see myself in 2 years in this business, in 3 years in this business, in 5 years in this business? How can I reshape where I am presently? So, and I think that is where this business gets challenging. When you are able to recognize the fact that I'm not where I want to be in this business, I'm 3-star, but I'm not where I want to be. I know this is time for me to go back to the drawing board and replan. And I'm currently doing that with my business. It doesn't mean I'm going to give up on the business, but it means I am reshooting. To shoot the shoots, I will shoot my shoot. But you just have to rebrand at a point. And if you know that this is your business, it's not Monday's business, it is your business. And for you to grow your business, at times you need to go back to the drawing board and reshape and redesign where you want to go. In the next 5 years, I am going to be with the top of this business because I'm going to do the needful to get to where I want to be.
Fantastic. I like that. Thank you very much. And there may be somebody who would need an encouraging word. What would you like to say to that Green Monday distributor who is in the business, who is full of hope, or who is meeting with challenges, or what would you like to say to encourage that new distributor, that existing distributor who has high expectations for this business? What encouraging word would you like to share with such a person today?
Once again, I'm going to tell a story. Can I? Can I?
Sorry, please go ahead.
Okay. 3 days ago, and this is real life. 3 days ago, this is real life. I met someone who is an engineer. He has achieved so much with the engineering work and all that. Then he got introduced to network marketing about 3 years ago. And within that 3 years, he learned the rope. He learned all the things he needs to learn. And as of today, because I've even seen the person today, as of today, the guy is making about 30 million naira every week.
Wow.
The business is doing, which is a referral networking business. He told me about the challenges he faced along the line, up and down, when he almost wants to give up, when it seems like everybody's laughing at him that I thought you are an engineer, you are now doing all this Ponzi scheme, because they don't understand. They don't know the difference between a Ponzi scheme and a multi-level marketing. So they label him all sorts. As of today, all those people that have labeled him all sorts, they always come to him for one help or the other. And that is the space we are in. This business we are doing, we are in a new economy. The economy we are right now is an economy where nobody wants to do anything for free. Let's say, for example, you are in UK or you are in US or you are in Canada. You want to build house in Nigeria. And you send money down to maybe your brother or your friend or something. The first thing they want to do is how they are going to make their own part from that money. They will always want to get a cut. So the economy we are in right now, everybody wants to make something from everything. Nobody wants to do something for free. And that gives us a very good advantage in network marketing, because everybody will earn from what they are doing. And when they are earning, you are going to earn. So my advice to anybody in the house today is that more and more people are adopting this system that we have that we are not driving. Because of their selfish interest. Everybody wants to get something from whatever they are doing. This is a golden opportunity for them to do that. They are not working for you, they are not working for themselves. Rather, everybody is working together as a team, and we both earn from what we are building. Support them, teach them, they learn, they replicate, they earn, they replicate, the person learn, the person replicates, and it goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. This new economy sees this business. And more people are beginning to know the power in this kind of network marketing business. It is no more what you have to be doing and you are hiding and you are lying and you don't want people to know that you are doing it. Now it is becoming something prestigious. Even in the blockchain industry, Some of them are using networking to market their products.
Mm,
In hotelier business, they are doing it. In
mm,
production business, they are doing it.
mm,
Everybody is adopting what you are not endorsing, what you have and you are not driving.
mm.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is prestigious. This is the future. This is where we all need to be. Challenges will come. There's a saying that say when the going gets tough, the tougher gets going.
Yes, sir.
These things will happen, but we must drive and drive and drive because we are just doing the right thing, and this is the right place to be.
Wow. Thank you
Right?
very much. Thank you. I know that that answer that you gave already answered my last question to you, and that's how. No, that's asking how do you handle your colleagues and people who say, "Why are you doing bring people business?" I think you already answered that question. Okay, many times it's being short-sighted, not seeing the big picture is what makes people think that it's just bring people. Okay, every single business that would succeed ultimately would have to involve building a system. And it's really about building a system of users who would buy, whether for themselves or buy to share with their families or buy to sell. Every time, every single of those actions take place, one ends. That's a very fair model. I think you already gave the answer to the last question I was going to give. Okay, I was going to ask you. So thank you very, very much. I wish I could ask you more questions, but I'm very conscious of time. I think in the house today we can appreciate Dr. Onifade. If you have gotten value from this conversation today, please type in the comment section. Let us know that this has been a time well invested. And one of the things that struck me about what he shared is the fact that it has to do with your personality. When you invest in who you are, then whatever you are driving will ultimately attract people to you. Okay, and using your personality to drive what you're driving makes a lot of difference for you. And also continuing to be a permanent learner, someone who just keeps learning and who keeps building. When you have a big picture, challenges will not bring you down. Challenges will just make you sit back and say, how can I do this better? So thank you very, very much, Dr. Onifade. This was very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know that you said you had a very problematic case you were working on today. I was just hoping that you would not tell me at the last minute that, that you'll not be able to join us. It's such a pleasure to have you. We look forward to your first hour. We look forward to celebrating many, many more milestones. I know that now you have team members in about 6 countries. By the time we talk again, I want us to be able to for you to be able to have team members who are 3-star, 4-star, even in those countries, and even many more countries of the world. I love your die-hard spirit, your positive, vibe, and all of that. I know that, you will undoubtedly go far in this business and any other thing that you're involved in. Thank you very much for joining us.